Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning.
How are things?
Things are wonderful.
How is the weather out there?
Not too bad right now.
Yeah.
Still snowing though?
Yes.
Yeah. Supposedly tomorrow's going to be crappy. Unless you're into a lot of snow, right? And then like the plow guys out there are going to be all happy. They're going to be working.
Yeah.
It's good news, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, tell us about Dollars for Scholars, what it is.
Well, Utica Dollars for Scholars is a local volunteer group. We were founded about 24 years ago, and we give away money. We raise money, and we give away money to high school graduates. We're very pleased to have given away about $150,000 last year.
And this is for Oneida and Herkimer County?
Oneida and Herkimer County. We
All
were
right.
started as Utica Dollars for Scholars, but since then, as donors decide they want to give away dollars, we've been working with other school districts, and most recently, in particular, with the Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida counties, and being their resource to identify candidates.
So are we in the application process right now?
Yes, we are. We are in the application process.
Seniors should be applying right
now. There are a number of awards. We actually just sent new lists to all the guidance counselors in all the high schools in Oneida and Herkimer counties, and we'll be contacting them regularly. But it's really important for students to apply early, because what we find is sometimes we have to get back to them and say, you forgot to do this, you forgot to do that. And this is why you were very gracious to allow us to help talk to parents, because it's parents who are the most important.
They got to get out these kids to get because technically the award is to the student.
Yes,
technically the award is to the parents.
Yeah, right.
I mean, let's not forget that.
And we have some significant awards. I mean, our largest award last year was $5,000, and we actually had one that was $5,000 a year for 4 years.
Wow.
And we have a number of awards that come through the Community Foundation, the Mealy Scholarships. They go to 7 high schools, and they're $12,000, $3,000 a year for 4 years.
Wow,
so
that's big.
It's really important that students check it out. Not only that, when they go to the website, they'll be on the Scholarship America website, which is a largest national foundation for scholarships in the country. And there are a lot of other awards that they list. And not only that, but when you apply, there's a national site called FastWeb, where there's just a ton of scholarships nationally. Your qualifications on our scholarships will be matched that way. Now, you're not applying, but they will say, oh, by the way, why don't you look at this award or this award on FastWeb, because you might be eligible.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunity for students. We're one Dollars for Scholars chapter locally, Utica Dollars for Scholars. There's one in Clinton, there's one in Rome, in Herkimer BOCES, VVS. But our organization gets involved with a lot of donor awards throughout the Oneida and Herkimer counties, which is different.
Can you explain as well, is it broken down into different categories? For instance, maybe you have one that's geared towards science or math or things like. Can you talk about the
Actually,
categories?
there are awards like that. They go both ways. We have general awards where students with just good qualifications and interest in pursuing their future will be eligible for. But we have awards for persons interested in teaching, the STEM awards, the science, technology, engineering. The STEM awards are focused on like the Mealy Scholarship, STEM awards, and humanities awards. And we have awards like that, some in business, there's one in health. So you have different interests. And when students fill out their application, those come to the top. We know that. And it's an online application, which has just been the last couple of years that we've been online. And it's a full application online that takes some time to fill out.
It's got to be hard, too, because you want to... I'm assuming you like sometimes you'll go to a graduation and you'll be like, "Whoa, Minnie Sminnie has just won everything." Okay, but then other times it's really spread out. But the reality is, it's got to be a tough position that you guys are in, or whoever makes these decisions, because while you do want to spread it out, if someone has earned the right to be the big winner that year, then they've really earned that right and probably should receive multiple awards.
Well, there are different types of awards.
Right.
The schools
some
themselves,
might be for the arts, some might be for...
But it's not unusual for someone to get more than one award.
Right.
It's not normal. We have volunteers. Some of our folks work at a couple of the local schools, and then we have community volunteers. Our Dollars for Scholars chapter is community-based. It's not school-based, and they run both ways around the country. they sit around the table. For me, I try not to get involved in the selection. I was for years. I've been involved for 24 years. But we have some great volunteers, and they read every application, they read every essay, and they argue about it. It's great. Right. And it's the best time of the year for me. I keep saying that. I read applications from students all over our community, and we have great young people in this community, and it's a wonderful way to honor them. And thanks to the Community Foundation and a lot of individual donors over the years, we're able to honor these people. And we have a very short program in June, normally early in June, and we ask the donor to shake the hands. We don't ask anybody to say anything because we try to finish the program in about an hour, unlike the school programs, which are pretty long. Forever. But it's a wonderful experience for our volunteers. It's a great opportunity for our young people and their parents. And we really do appreciate this opportunity to talk about it. The website has all the information on it, has the application on it. There's
that is utica.dollarsforscholars.org.
Correct. Utica.dollarsforscholars.org. If you put Utica Dollars for Scholars in Google, I'm sure it's going to pop up.
I want to tell you, in a year and a half, we're going to be really focused on this program for my daughter. And we've equated this to her. She has big eyes when it comes to going off to college. I'm like, I don't know how you're going there.
So she's a junior now.
She is it's a little more than a year and a half. She's a sophomore this year. Well, so we're kind of nearing into
But now
springtime.
is the time to start thinking
about it.
One of the things that we've talked, and the counselors do this too, but we've encouraged people to understand early that they should be preparing for applications, not just for scholarships, but for colleges.
Absolutely.
And to do the research. And there's a lot of research you can do now, searching for scholarships, and then crafting your activities and crafting your involvement around them.
It was funny. We were talking with an intern who said this person's reason for the internship is because if you're going into the arts versus going into math and science, it's a completely different world. An internship at a radio station and doing things that are creative, that is so very important on the application if you're going into the arts.
Yes, very much so.
Were you in the arts when you went to Lemoyne?
Well, I minored in it. And it was actually it was kind of cool. Lemoyne do learning communities, so it was based on what your interests were. They would do certain things like that.
Yeah.
But I will say, the one thing my mom told me, I wish I had listened to her, and my stepdad, why aren't you on applying for more scholarships?
Believe me, I have two boys that have gone through and didn't. My daughter will. She has no choice. I've trained her like a congresswoman is trained. You spend half your day legislating, the other half is fundraising.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do. It's a great way to learn how to get into government, I think. So, again, the website is utica.dollarsforscholars.org. And, Bruce, thank you so much. This is a great program that you guys do.
Well, thank you, and it's a great group of volunteers that do all the work.
Nice.
We appreciate their help,
and
your help, too.
Thank you so much.